Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will be talking about yet another Python framework, and it will be a web framework. As you know that Python is a very versatile language, and basically when we talk about Python, we talk about machine learning, we talk about training machines, we talk about different machine learning models in which like we have future forecasting, we will have classification models where we are classifying the things based upon their attributes, and we are also discussing about unsupervised, supervised, and reinforcement machine learning. But there is another aspect, as I just explained, that Python is a very versatile language. So it has also different web framework. So not only it is used in data analytics part, where we analyze the data, clean the data, and then based upon the data we use it for prediction models, we use for forecasting models. We have another aspect where creating web application, creating RESTful API, it's very simple by using Python inbuilt web framework. So we have two main web framework. One is your Flask that we discussed yesterday. Again, Flask is a very lightweight web framework, and we have another framework called Django, and Django is again a web framework, but it is full stack web development framework. Again, it has its own inbuilt server, but it is a Python web framework that allows developers to make web applications, and we can develop secure web applications based upon the different modules that are there in Django. Plus, if something is not available out the box, similar to Flask, it has also different extensions that can be installed using the pip, or you can say installer of Python, that is called pip. Then we have the main benefits of Django is, if you want to create a web application, it can be deployed very rapidly, as it is based upon, we have ORM, object relationship manager, so it can be implemented for different databases. Development to be reusable, so if we have different apps, so if some app code is to be reusable, we can reuse instead of writing it from scratch. It is more portable, secure, and scalable framework. It can handle vast amount of data effortlessly, and it also provides caching for optimization. Again, production ready administrative interface, so we don't need to code the admin interface. Based upon the models, based upon the tables that you have created, your administrative section, administrative interface is automatically created. So Django framework, again, it is basically used for both front end and back end. So we have also template also. So template will basically play a role of front end, where all your static files will be stored, and from there you can send requests to the backend, and you can send and receive data from the backend. So it's in some future framework also works. And if you talk about Python and Django, so we just discussed that Django is basically a framework that is built upon Python. Python is a very versatile language. We can use on many other things, and mainly it is used for machine learning of all the different types. Again, deep learning, supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement journey. So all those machine language we use. Again, the architecture of Django is very important. Again, we have MVC. Normally, you already who have worked on different architects, we have model view controller. But in Django, we have model view and template. We don't have any controller. So all those business logic, overhead of writing those business logic is taken care by Django framework. We just need to create our models. Based upon the models, all the logic that is used to create the interface, add, update, list, all those things are taken care by Django framework. Then we have views, that on the front end, what type of interface you need, that will be created in view, and then template. Again, whatever text files, static files that you need to do. If you want to use Django for both front end and back end, so you can use this template part. Otherwise, if you are just going to use this Django for only backend or REST API, so you can you don't need to use this template part. Then if you talk about key features, it is a portable, speed in creating the web application is very high, SEO friendly URLs we have, scalability, versatility. Then if we talk about models, so model is basically single source of information of data. A model is a Python class that helps define database table structure. So this model defines the database structure. It also includes the essential fields and behaviors of the data. So model class plays a very important role, as I just told you, that using this model, because it is MVT, we don't have the controller. So based upon the model, all the different operations, add, update, delete, list, all those are taken care or created using the model. Django uses models to create database tables and fields. So each model maps a database table. Also, each attributes of model maps to a column in the table. We create Django tables to store data in the database effectively, since the provides simplicity and consistency. Then we have a very important file, just like in every framework we have a file. Like if I talk about .NET, we have web.config, appsetting.json, launch setting.json file. Again, if we talk about Node, we have package.json file. So whether it is an Angular application or React application, we have this package.json file. Here also we have one configuration file called settings.py file. All the Python files, they have extension of .py. So this settings.py, it contains all the details about all the settings we can find in settings.py in the root directory. So this file is Python module, so we can easily import it into the other modules. So database connection settings, if we are using any middleware, if we are going to set any core settings, so all those things are managed using this settings.py. So this file is very important. So only settings.py, we have urls.py. So in urls.py, all the routing part. So if some request is coming to a particular route, to which particular resource it needs to be redirected or fetched, that is all taken by urls.py file. And apart from this, we will have a model. So based upon this model.py, the database mapping, column mapping, all these things are done. And also the admin interface is being created using the model class. We have also static files we just discussed, HTML, CSS, then other images also that is being stored. And then if we talk about middleware, so again, in every language today, whether it is Node, whether it is Java, whether it is .NET, middleware, again, the processing of the request, what needs to be done once a request is sent, then once a particular part is done, it is sent to the next one, then next one, until that request is processed, that is being done using the middleware. Then we have Django admin.py and manage.py. So these are the two files that are being created whenever you start a project, whenever you create a Django project. It's a command line utility, and we can see that we have Django settings modules also. And there are two things in Django. One is your project and another is your app. So project is whenever we create a project, app is the part of a project. So in app, there will be in a project, there will be multiple apps, and the full setting of a particular project is managed using settings.py, but we can have different urls.py based upon app. Then we have Django session also. So Django session basically used to maintain the session, and also apart from this, we have Django RESTful API that we can use to create a REST API, because normally in microservice architecture, everywhere we are going with this REST API structure. So this is all about introduction to Django, a very important Python web framework that is used for creating all the web application REST APIs. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching this video.